Well, guys, I have to say that this is pretty interesting. This article that was published on Intellihub News on the 4th of April 2014 goes on to talk about Project Bluebeam. And anyone that has been following me for the last 2 weeks knows that that is what I have been identifying as the agenda that they are currently starting to use against the collective. And so now we have Dave Hodges publishing an article about this same information. And he's basically also talking about Bill Clinton and how scripted he was in regards to this information about the aliens bringing the world together. So I find it interesting that Dave Hodges is actually either identifying that this is also what the agenda is, or that Dave Hodges is just putting this information out for another agenda. Either way, it is significant that we are now seeing people reporting on Project Bluebeam when I have been actually reporting on this for the last 2 weeks. Now, this article does not go into the fact that the common enemy are the 288 divine beings within mankind that they fear and that are soon to illuminate due to the part of the cycle we are within, due to this is the reason that everything is crumbling around us and they are going into war. Financial systems are imploding. The Ukraine is about to go into imminent default, according to an article that I saw tonight based on the latest Moody's rating. So they know that their time is approaching. And so, unfortunately, the writer does not understand that this common enemy is this divine race within mankind. And this is why Operation Bluebeam is an inevitability, because they have to blindside the collective. And this is what they will do using Operation Bluebeam, whatever it may be. So I found that interesting and did want to bring that to your attention, as well as we have the lamestream news in Australia reporting on the Herald Sun's website that an investigation may be reopened into the suspicious disappearance of a pilot called Frederick Valentich, who disappeared in 1978 under suspicious circumstances, and apparently he had been speaking of aliens and had told his girlfriend a week prior to him disappearing that he had been abducted by a UFO. And the reason that this information is now actually being reported on April the 5th, 2014, is that Frederick's brother has decided that he wants to actually open an investigation into a piece of plane that was found 5 years later that could have been Frederick Valentich's plane. But there were no clear indications that this was the case. Nevertheless, he now wants this evidence found and he wants this tested to see if it had been in the ocean for 5 years so he can see whether this was his brother's plane. And so now we have this information about UFOs and disappearing planes suddenly turning up in the Australian media, in the Australian Herald Sun news website. So I will post that underneath as well. And this actually is dealing with government papers that actually say on their investigation report that's listed at the Department of Transport that one of the hypotheses is that there could have been a UFO intervention. I mean, this is being reported in the lamestream news. So I find that interesting also. Anyway, I will link both of these articles underneath and you can check them out. And as always, peace out.